everything you see around here is a business. At the end of the day, it is a full-on production here. It's not just the game, we do an intermission, a game or two, and that's done. No, to the host, to the ZAM crew, to the Blue crew, everything is working in succession. In-game host, my job is to basically be the maestro of the game night, to take us from the game that's happening on the ice to the entertainment elements that happen, to the contests and the fun stuff we do in the stands, to the contests we do on the ice. Obviously, it's more than just the game on the ice for us. It's about putting on a show in a game night. And so that's kind of my job, is to be the facilitator of all entertainment and fun, if you will. I'm the fun director.
You know, yesterday we had a watch party.
Yep.
You were on stage. You keep an iPad with you, right?
I do.
So with that iPad, right, it could go one of two things. Like, people could think, Greg comes out here, he gets to say whatever he wants to say.
No.
I know a lot of it comes from, like, your personality has to come into it.
For sure.
But how many people are involved in that process? Because I've seen you with your iPad that has a lot of things going on.
Oh, yeah.
What is the iPad for, and how does that work with the rest of the team and the screens in here and the things that you do?
Everything in a game night is all intertwined. It is an orchestra, if you will, which is why we call our director, John Franzone, the maestro, if you will, because like you said, everything that you see on a game night, from the video pieces to the lights, to the LEDs, to the host, to the ZAM crew, to the Blue crew, everything is working in succession. That iPad is basically what we call the run of show. It is a scripted event from the moment the doors open to the moment the last whistle blows. And that means everything is curated, everything has a time on it, including the things that I do in the sponsorship breaks. Everything has a purpose, everything has a time, and it is our job to follow along with that game night script to make sure we are completely on time with every element. It's insane.
A college kid that says, okay, they're a marketing student, right?
Okay.
Or they are going to school, like in communications like you and I did, right? And they may want to be the camera person or the production person. One of the most important parts of all of this stuff, though, is the partners and the clients.
Oh, 100%.
As a camera kid, or as a person who's in marketing, not necessarily saying they're a salesperson.
Sure.
Do they also have to understand, though, how dealing with a partner like a Pepsi or a Publix?
Right.
And even you, do you have to understand how to deal with those people?
100%, because like you said, it's called sports and entertainment, and it's a sports business, right? So everything you see around here is a business. At the end of the day, this company is in it to make money, right? They're here to pay salaries and create jobs. So that's why, as you see around the boards, there are sponsor logos all around the boards, around the rink. During the game night, they're all incorporated on the LED boards as well, because like you see the Coors Light between the pipes. Coors Light wants to make sure that they are getting some recognition 24/7, so they have decided to spend money to sponsor that specific spot so that their logo is 24/7 in your face, you know what I mean? So people pay big money for that, because if you think about it, on a game night, you got 20,000 people in here. That's 20,000 pairs of eyeballs on your product or on your message. And that is a valuable resource. So no matter if you're in the marketing department and it's your job to make sure your clients are getting what they pay for and making sure that it's executed properly, but that also has to work in with the game presentation, because they'll sponsor elements, whether that is an on-ice contest or I have a giveaway, like an Ashley Furniture giveaway. I have taglines and other things that are important to the client, that message is also conveyed properly. It is big business, not just from the product on the ice with the players, but everything you see around you.
You're gonna shot this way, like,
please,
how,
like
when
the kids out
when he comes out here on the ice, and it's like, it's.
This
what do you guys, when things like this are going on during the day, so these are other things that happen in this building, like when there's more to this organization even when there's not a hockey game going on.
So obviously spring break time, you know, basically the whole month of March, so they do these youth camps, you know, they have girl camps, they have goalie camps, they have all different kinds of ways for the youth to get involved, and they have the You Can Play program, which obviously hockey is for everyone, but our Lightning Development Foundation program is amazing. It's one of the best in the country of how they've really grown the sport in Tampa. Like you said, people don't immediately think of Florida when you think of hockey and community, but the fact that the development department has given thousands of sticks and roller balls to get the kids to be playing in front of their houses and stuff. And you can't drive around anywhere in Tampa and not see a Lightning flag in front of a house or a t-shirt on somebody. And again, they've built the culture, but it starts here. It starts with the family and the kids and building them at a young age. Look at this little kid. He can't even, like, his head's not even at the post. You know what I mean? So it starts at this age. If you're going to continue to grow your fan base, nice goal, kid. Nice celly, too. You gotta love it, man. This is what it's all about. So again, it's that community, it's that family, it's starting at a young age, developing traditions, and you gotta do that within more than just having the guys on the ice. So these kind of programs really help grow the sport.
Wow. So we're getting the tour. We're inside now.
There is snow here. I mean, this is real, like, guys. It's not like me, you know.
I ain't gonna be over here. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Hey,
you had to know it was coming.
I also, because you got a real team that works with you here.
Yeah.
Can we go like now? Can we move to? Because you start here in the communication, but there's like a headquarters, a main spot in here where
218. That's like our main hub, and then we probably should go up to the Coors Light between the pipes where you have DJ'd in front of this massive crowd as well to give them kind of perspective of your perch.
I'm with the plan.
I'm with the plan.
Where are we right now?
So we are at section 218, which is one of our game day hubs. I mean, there's a couple different places we do stuff around the building, but 218 is kind of our staging area. So like if we have contests, sometimes they'll bring the contestants here to me because it's easier than maneuvering around the building. But don't get me wrong, there are times that I'll do different contests in the stands as well. But this is a good area when we do like different presentations. We always do a military standing salute. We always, welcome members of our military. So this is a good area for us to kind of contain that because we have camera feed hookups here. So again, we don't have wireless cameras everywhere. Sometimes we have cameras that are actually plugged into the system. This is one of those areas that we have a really high grade camera that allows us to utilize this space and give us the best quality of product. So you kind of see I have some sort of a backdrop here. This is what we actually use to fire up the Tesla coils on a game night. You want to do the honors, like pretend? So like we got DJ Egan here. Egan's gonna fire us up to get the game started. Here we go.
I'll be all excited. I'll be all excited.
2, 1, fire him up, Egan!
Yeah,
and you'll see the lights up here, and then the Tesla coils would fire off. So this is another one of those elements that, again, it's just part of the game presentation. Somebody gets the honors to do this every game. It's been a lot of Buccaneers, Rays players, former players, community heroes. It's just a really cool, fun way. It's very Doc Brown and Back to the Future-ish of how to kind of kick off the festivities. So it's a pretty cool area up here.
So
man.
if I was like trying to make this like as simple for someone to understand, you guys are pretty much, whether it happens to be a TV game or not, for the people that are in this arena, you guys are pretty much producing a live TV show.
Correct.
While the game is also happening.
Correct, and that is not like all the teams around the league. Some teams around the league are very minimal with how they utilize their other elements to entertain their fans. But like Egan said, it is a full-on production here. It's not just the game, we do an intermission, a game or two, and that's done. No, it's complete video pieces. It's, like I said, honoring folks, check presentations, community check-ins. It's the contest, the fun stuff as well, to cater to the people that are just in the building. Because again, there could be millions watching on television, but you have 20,000 eyeballs in here that you want to cater to their experience because it gives them that experience you're not gonna get on TV to watch it at home. So. This is pretty much our area.
Can we get a shot over here too?
Yeah.
Because
so
this is where like a lot of your, like you have an in-ear piece.
Yes.
Right, of things going on.
Yes. So my director, if you want to come around here, you can actually see the
different. In there, sir.
Come on by. So my game day director, Steven, is here, and this is where he is directing and calling the game from. He has all these different individuals that he has on his headset, and there's my name right there, G Wolf. So at any point, he can talk to me directly, as well as the lighting guys, as well as control room, as well as the operators down on the ice, as well as Paul Porter, who is our PA announcer, who sits right here. He's the one who's announcing our goals, like Lightning goal. That's Paul Porter. DJ Bolt, he sits over here. He's the one that's playing all the music in between, the intermissions and during the game as well. He sits here. So you've got your in-game DJ, you have your PA announcer, you have your director, and you have your host, all working primarily up here most of the game nights.
And sometimes
And sometimes
the DJ
a
up there
live
too.
mixing DJ up at the Coors Light between the pipes, which we will go up there in a second and show you where Eakin has rocked this crowd as well. But you can see he also has all the different camera angles in the building. Obviously, we're not live today, but you can see there's a ton of moving parts, and you can see this is in the penalty box, and this is out on Ford Thunder Alley. This is in the control room. All the different camera angles from inside the building, from up top at the scoreboard. He can see everywhere. Anytime he can see everywhere, and he needs that because as you guys have been to a game, I'm sure in the past, sometimes we do fun camera, hidden camera stuff, and sometimes we're looking for the lost fan who's wearing a jersey of neither of the two teams playing in the building tonight. He can see on all the different spots in the arena, so it gives him an advantage to really engage and really have some fun. So this is pretty much our entertainment hub for a lot of the game day crew. Even though we do have a control room as well, that's where a lot of the graphics and a lot of the real technical stuff is happening in there. But this is our field operations, if you will, for a game.
And also to be clear too, you have to go to like pre-production meetings, and there's meetings and things that happen that you have to be involved in. Even as the in-game host, you got to go to some pre-things just to get ready for the planning of things that you guys are going to execute.
Because again, it changes every game. And so you have different elements every single game. Sometimes you don't have the same camera person because they may be out sick or they have another gig themselves. So you have new people coming in and out on any given game night. So you have to make sure that everybody is on the same page every single game night.
We've made our way to, what do we call this right here?
Coors Light between the pipes, Oregon deck.
This is where I've actually gotten to hang out with you at, right? Like right here, I had the headset on,
the whole nine.
DJing. Like, this is like when you say like, you start to get like to the next level of sports entertainment.
Literally the
when
next
you're
level.
in here, right? And I tell people, I'm like, yo, man, it ain't nothing like getting in here and seeing yourself on that monitor right there, and 20,000 people got their hands in the air, rocking with you.
So when we started the conversation today, you talked about, you know, did we ever think that hip hop would take us this far, right? So with the question I'm throwing at you now, I'm gonna switch the tables on you. When you were rocking that very first club, whatever it was back in the day, did you ever think, and as the camera pans, that you would take it this far?
Nah, and what's crazy is like that you say that, right? Like in here, I wind up playing a lot more music than just hip hop, right? But hip hop is such a hype music, right? That it definitely matters in an environment like this. So you wind up playing like DMX comes to mind immediately, right? Because Party Up, Jay-Z, right? Those records like that. Of course, what's a DJ Cool, Let Me Clear My... Those records mean a lot when you're talking about this kind of environment, right?
For sure.
So while I'm not sure if I ever saw it, as I saw like people that we look up to though, and you saw them start rocking arenas, right? You saw that sort of thing. And I've talked about this before, and to your point, right? The world of sports, entertainment, and marketing and branding and that sort of thing. I mean, think about it. The caps that these teams wear, you from New York where I'm from, you grew up on with a Yankee cap on, right? That's one of the big things that the Lightning have done well too, you guys do well, is it's about the gear. It's like you guys had a sneaker with Adidas. Like how important, like when you get to go in there, you get to go in there and you pick out the gear.
Pretty much. So that's one of the perks of being the in-game host is, as you're walking around interacting with fans, you know, they look at what you're wearing, right? Where did you get that hat? You know, oh my God, I've been looking for that. I'm kind of an extension of the sports store because they want to outfit me because I'm going to be in front of a camera, I'm going to be interacting with fans. At the end of the day, that hopefully translates into a sale because they're putting the newest, latest, greatest items on me to walk around and be seen. You're forever building the database, you're forever building the fan base, and merchandising is an extension of showing off that brand outside this building, outside these walls. You want it to be cool. You want to be cool to be able to wear a Lightning hat or a Lightning shirt, and obviously winning a couple Stanley Cups doesn't hurt either because people want to rock a champion. So we've really taken things up in that regard in I'd say the last decade. The Lightning have done a great job.
Now for a kid that's watching this, right? Like all that you've been through, right? Like we've talked about like your history of coming down here, first of all, to go to college from DC, right? Your love for the culture and how it's expanded to be to what you are today. What do you think are probably maybe the two most important things that have happened maybe in your life to get you to this point, that if you were a younger kid or you were talking to a younger kid that you would want them to hear?
I would have to say the two things that stand out the most and would be my advice is you're gonna have to take chances in life, right? You may not always know what you're doing. You may be scared because you're outside of your comfort zone, or I'm trying something new for the first time. Am I going to be successful at it? Again, that's part of life. You're never gonna know unless you try it, right? You may not succeed the first time, but that's why you get up and you try it again. So always take advantage of an opportunity that's presented to you if you feel it's going to benefit you in some way, shape, or form down the road. It may not seem like it at the time, it may not be a big thing, but if it's a step that's gonna make you get better as a person, take the risk, take the chance. That would be my first piece of advice. And my second piece of advice would be, you need, again, to find the things in life that you love the most and the things that you are passionate about, and pursue that. You don't want to be sitting, like I said before, at a desk in a cubicle punching numbers all day looking at a computer screen if you love to paint, or you love to play the flute, or whatever it is that you love to do that you would consider your hobby, or whatever it is your passion. And we all have passions that grow and develop in life, but the things that make you the happiest, pursue that. If you love dogs and cats and animals, and that is your absolute love in life, why wouldn't you want to be a veterinarian? You go, oh, I can't go to school, it's too much biology for me. Guess what, you can be a technician, and you can still work with the animals and not have to go to the 17 years of school to do it. There's so many avenues and options out there for you. Take advantage of each and every one that comes your way. Even if it doesn't come your way, pursue it, because you never know what that's going to lead to, man.
My man Greg Wolf, man, my brother,
Congrats
family.
to you as well.
Look, man, I'm gonna keep on shaking hands like we talk about, and your hand is that one a lot of times because we do a lot together, man.
We do.
Where can they find you on social media?
So at Greg Wolf TBL on Instagram, Twitter, obviously Facebook. You can find me Greg Wolf, but I kind of stay heavy pretty much on IG, and Twitter is really my two social game strengths.
Right, and he might be in a city near you because you're moving around with the NHL doing some other things too, right?
Again, if you would have told me 10 years ago, now that I've been doing this 16 years now, but if you told me 10 years ago, hey, guess what? Stay with it, because in a few years, the National Hockey League is going to be calling you to go host their league events, from the Winter Classic to the All-Star festivities to the Stadium Series. It's coming. I probably wouldn't have believed you, but I've done all three in the last few weeks, between the Stadium Series in Raleigh, the All-Star festivities in Sunrise, and the Winter Classic, which was at Fenway Park in Boston. I could not believe that I'm now at that level where the NHL is calling me in to host their major league events. It's amazing, to say the
man,
least.
congrats on
Thank
everything,
you,
man.
Love you, man.
Love you too, man. It's Hip Hop Study Hall, man. Again, Tampa, Florida, Amalie Arena. If you're ever in the area, you got to come experience it. If you're with mom and dad, uncle, aunt, grandparents, bring them too, because it's something for everybody. My man Greg Wolf will be here.
I'll be here.
Say what's up to him. Maybe I'll be in the building too, man.
He might
let me get on the screen or something like that, man. It's good times, man. Hip Hop Study Hall, as always, man. We appreciate you, man. This is just access, education meets culture.
Let's do it, baby.
Good times, man. Appreciate you.